you tired of the whining, blushing main characters? You know, characters like Kazuya from Rent a Girlfriend. Then here at 10 Anime where the main character isn't shy and doesn't act like a wimp. Let's go. Number 10, Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches.
そうね。私もそれ知りたいわ。何してんのよ、二人とも。
I know kicking things off with a harem is not the best way to start off things, but you know what makes this harem different from others? The main character finally confesses to the best girl at the end of the season. This is about Ryu Yamada, who is basically the opposite of an innocent guy. He's a delinquent until he meets a girl called Urara Shirashi, accidentally kisses her, then switches bodies.
これはお友達の印です。
I'm not a fan of the body switching concept, so when I say this is one of my favorite romance anime, you know you should watch it. It blends in the comedy with the body switching trope and even develops the relationship between the innocent girl and the bad boy in a very wholesome way. Number 9, Lovely Complex.
私はバレンタインデーなんか別にどうでもええのに、あんたがくれ言うから。
誰がくれ言うてん。俺はお前が誰もチョコやるやつおらんからもろたる言うただけや。
You can tell this is an old anime from the art style alone. Yes, we live in an era where we call 2007 anime old anime. This is about Risa Koizumi and Atsushi Utani, and they both have problems finding partners. The girl's taller than your average girl, and the guy's shorter than your average guy. The two decide to help each other find lovers until they realize they have a lot in common.
ごめん。
ええよ。どうせギリチョコやもん。
そうや。ギリチョコやもんな。
Yes, it plays off the regular find someone you love until you fall in love with the person helping you find someone you love trope, which is basically in shows like Toradora too. But this time, the physical appearance of both the girl and the guy is what drives the story as well as the comedy. This is pretty much one of those stories which tell love has no bounds, and it tells that story really well. Number 8, My Little Monster.
なあ、この家、座敷わらしがいる。
人の家でなんて格好を。
Who's the truer monster in this anime? You'll have to watch it to find out. In the crazy world of high school, there's Haru Yoshida, a guy who looks like a total troublemaker, but is weirdly cheerful. Then there's Shizuku Mizutani, so socially awkward she'd make a rock seem outgoing. And let's be real, if the female lead has a pigtail, you just know she's a tsundere. So what happens when the bad boy and shy girl meet? It's a kiss in the first episode, that's what happens.
しずく、帰んなよ。今日、どっか泊まるぞ。
My Little Monster is one of the original anime that paired up the bad boy and good girl romance really well. Yes, there are times when the shoujo anime tropes sometimes get annoying, but if bad boy good girl is what you want, then this anime is perfect for you. I think it's less about the trope and more about the characters develop over time. Number 7, Charlotte.
わかった。ドイツにだ。
くそ、時間かけさせんなよ。見失っただろ。
You know, you automatically become a badass when you have supernatural powers. The anime starts off with Yu Otosaka, a guy who has the ability to possess another person for a few seconds. Like any boy who has this power, he uses this to copy in exams and kick the crap out of anyone bullying him. But things change when he's recruited by the president of Hoshinomi Academy.
糸を引っ張るとあったかくなる牛タン弁当。すっごくないですか？
いや、知ってるし。
If I have to put it in percentages, I'd say Charlotte has 70% action and 30% romance. And rather than the romance, it's the action that'll keep you hooked till the end of the show. The show gets a lot deeper and darker as you go on and even has some sad moments, but not in terms of romance. That's the best I can tell you without spoiling it to you, so go and watch it. It's really great. Number 6, Horimiya.
宮村、ちょっと入れ墨見せてくんない？
いいよ。
Admit it. The real reason Horimiya got so popular was because people were tired of the couple taking 7 seasons to confess their love to each other. In Horimiya, it happens in the first few episodes, and then we already have a couple. See, romance anime writers, it isn't hard. Anyways, Horimiya deals with the problems faced by Koyoko Hori and Izumi Miyamura, a guy and girl who hide their true personalities and have fake personalities.
ちょっと何避けてんのよ。
そんなつもりは。
目見て話しなさいよ。
The part where Horimiya shines is the characters. This is one of the few rom-com anime you watch and feel like it's related to real life. This is because it balances the drama and lighthearted comedy really well. It's like Origairu, but with more focus on the problems the couple faces rather than social issues. And the boy acts like a delinquent, so he isn't the regular shy and blushing dude you find in romance anime. Number 5, Aoya sometimes hides her feelings in Russian.
ずいぶん真面目に授業を受けていると思ったら空腹で寝るどころじゃなかったのね。
いや、それは普通によく寝たからだな。
ふーん、へえ。
I've talked about this Russian girl enough, haven't I? At this point, if you don't know about Aoya, I don't think you've existed during last year. It's about a girl who speaks in Russian to a guy who understands Russian but pretends to not know the language. So if the girl makes a move in Russian, she's going to think, ha, he doesn't know a thing. But the guy totally knows it and pretends to ignore her. From that whole dynamic, I think it was the whole foot scene that made the first episode popular.
その私少しやることあるから。
Since this list is about guys, I think Machiyama is definitely the type of guy we need more in romance anime. He has this whole I don't give a damn about anything attitude, which is something very hard to do when you sit next to a Russian girl who tries to seduce you in Russian. So I think the guy needs the Male Character of the Year award if we decide to keep a romance anime award list. Number 4, Fruits of Griseia.
俺はマキナの父親になることにした。
はあ？あんた何言ってんの？
聞こえなかったか？
いや、そうじゃなくて。
I think this guy is the apex of all romance anime main characters. The story follows a guy named Yuji, who transfers into a school with 5 girls all hiding dark pasts. What makes this different from most high school anime? The main character. Yuji is the peak of romance anime protagonists. He's unshakable, barely speaks, and never gets flustered. Honestly, this guy should get an award.
厳しすぎない？
父親になると決めたからには、マキナは俺のやり方で育てさせてもらう。
あんた鬼ね。
Fruits of Griseia is based on a visual novel and follows multiple romances instead of just one. But unlike a lot of anime that are adapted from visual novels, Fruits of Griseia throws every girl into a harem by the end of season 2. So if you want to experience each girl's full story, you'll need to check out the visual novel. I've played it, and I can safely say Yumiko has the best route. Number 3, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
マイさん、好
何を？
きです。付き合ってください。
Have you ever seen a popular actress walk around a library wearing a bunny costume? No? Then you haven't lived life, my friend. This follows Sakura Azusagawa, a high school student who has first-hand experience with the strange phenomenon known as puberty syndrome. One day he encounters Mai Sakurajima, a senior at his school, walking around in a bunny outfit. Yet no one else seems to notice her. As Sakura connects with Mai and other girls dealing with this mysterious condition, he sets out to help them overcome their struggles.
これは誤解です。待って、マイさん、説明をさせてください。
話しかけないで。
I think one of the best things about Sakura is how he tells what he thinks straight to the face. I mean, the guy confesses his love by standing in the middle of the school grounds and shouting to the entire school, so that alone makes him deserve a crown. He's definitely the type of guy you need as main character for an anime that deals with puberty problems. Number 2, Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
会長、これはこの間の議事録です。
ああ、ありがとう。
Come on, it's already been close to 4 seasons and you already know what this anime is about now. But if you're someone new, then just think of this as that anime where a prideful girl and boy find ways to confess their love without losing. Wait, how do you lose a game of confession? It's all about who confesses first, and whoever decides to reveal their emotions first is the loser.
いや、なんでもない。
何ですか？最後まで言ってください。
会長って可愛いですね。
If you didn't know, this is written by the same person who wrote Oshinoko, and the whole concept of gamifying who confesses first is pretty much what made this anime so popular. And since we're talking about the guys here, Shirogane definitely deserves an award for holding his confessions for 3 seasons. He won't blush and whine, but he won't reveal his emotions either. Number 1, My Teen Romantic Comedy.
お前何それどうしたの？
やっぱり変かしら。
いや、全く変じゃないが。
かっこいいというか映画みたいだ。
And number one spot goes to Mr. 8. In Japanese, we just call him Hachiman. I think rather than being cool, he's more about being antisocial. This guy's so antisocial that he can't stand anyone with a bunch of friends who act like the most popular kid in school. But this is the anime we're talking about, and even the most antisocial guy around can get the girl if he puts in the effort. Actually, he gets two, but he only picks one, so it sucks to be the one who supports the wrong girl.
結構ハードだもんね。
いやなんか俺汗かいてて気持ち悪いねって話。死んだ方がいいよねって。
If you need an anime that blends drama, romance, and even some comedy so well that you'll watch one episode after the other, then this is the show for you. It starts off with Hachiman being the antisocial guy, but along the way he changes, while changing the people around him too. There are a few anime which can treat drama the way this anime does, and combine that with our antisocial main character, and you've got one hell of a great romance anime.